Hello, everybody. I'm just going to give it a few minutes for Lolly to share me into the group. Whew, taking a deep breath. I just want to welcome everybody today to Lolly's Crafting Friends VIP group. And I am waiting for her to share me in. This is my first live. There she is. All right, guys, welcome to Lolly's Crafting Friends VIP group. The theme for today is incorporating fabric into our projects. As you can see behind me, I have a lot of ribbon, which is fabric. So I'm going to be teaching how to do bows today. I am Karen Redmond, and my shop is Shop Paradise Creations. And Lolly just said I'm in the group. Thanks, Lolly. Again, I'm Karen Redmond, and I'm from Shop Paradise Creations. Sorry about the fidgeting. I'm a little nervous today. This is my first live in the group. So you're going to hear me tear up, and you're going to hear me cry a little bit, but I'll get over it. Up after me today is Terry with Orchid and Lime Design. She's a great designer. Come watch her, enjoy it. And then we have all kinds of designers today, crafters that are going to show you great things today. So I hope you stay and watch all of them. So we have a great lineup of crafters for you. If you see someone that you don't know, like a name you don't know, and you want to follow them, go ahead and like them and follow them, because it'll just help their businesses and help their pages. And so if you see someone you don't recognize, go ahead and follow them. Hi, Creek Road Designs. How are you? Creek Road Designs is a supplier online, ladies, that I buy a lot of my ribbon from. And I'm going to be making a bow today with some of the ribbon that I got from them. So if you're interested, check out their store today too. Anyway, the host for today is Lolly's Crafty Designs and Lolly's Crafty Friends VIP group. They just invited me into the group, and I'm so very thankful to be able to start doing lives on a bigger audience and really start practicing. So I'm very excited to be here today. The links are in the description. Hopefully I did that right today. And let's see. We have Magnolia on Madison Creations. Hi, how are you? And Ronnie's Chaotic Crafts. You guys are going to have to bear with me with names, because I am not good with names. And it's going to take me a couple weeks to learn everybody. And I got my little cheat sheet over here. But the thing I'm most worried about is keeping up with comments and showing you what I'm supposed to show you today. So let's see. Cultivating Keepsakes. How are you? Magnolia on Madison says, good morning. Good morning to you, dear. All right. So I am new to the group, and I am a wreath maker. I think Ollie said that maybe I'm the first wreath maker. I don't know. Maybe there's a couple in here. And so I thought I would go on today and I would show you guys the process of how I choose and create bows for my wreaths arrangements. I mean, I make more than wreaths. I do arrangements and garlands and swags and pretty much anything that you can think of, I do. Hi, Lolly. So when I pick out a project, the first thing I do is typically look at a sign or the embellishment that I want to put in that project. So for this design that I'm going to do later on, because I'm not doing this design on this live, I'm just making the bow for this one. That's how you start out when you are a wreather. You find a sign or an embellishment, and then you match your ribbons to that. Hi, the treasure trunk by Kimmy. Hi, Kimmy, how are you? And Magnolia Madison says, hey, Eden. Oh, you guys are saying hi to each other. That's awesome. Okay, so the first thing I do, I'm going to talk for a little bit so that I can clearly go through the whole way that I choose designs. For this one, I wanted a sign. Actually, I take that back. What I bought first was this adorable witch booty, little booty, adorable witch booty, and a hat, okay? So this is an attachment that goes in a wreath, all right? Cultivating Keepsakes. Hi, how are you? So you can do this anyway. You can put a bow in between them on the wreath that would fit right in this, middle circle, or you could put a sign in the middle. You can put ornaments in the middle. I mean, you can put flowers to make it look like a body. You literally can do so many different things as a designer. It's one of the things I really love about wreath making and arrangement making is I can just let my heart fly, and I love to let my heart fly. I hope you guys do in your crafts too. All right, so this is what I chose for my wreath because it's going to be a witch wreath. All right, now the thing I'm putting in between, and I know a lot of people don't celebrate Halloween, but I'm a store and I have to sell everything. So I do celebrate Halloween, but I know a lot of people don't. I just find it a fun holiday and I love trick-or-treaters. So the sign that I chose to go with this witch one is this one. Welcome, my little pretties. So on my wreath, when I do it, it's going to be the witch butt in the, like down and low, and then it's going to be the sign, and then it's going to have this little witch hat up at the top, and that is going to be like it's the witch, right? But what I would like for her to have on the side of it is a big whopping bow that comes off this way, and probably another bow that comes off of the bottom. So what I'm going to show you today is how I create bows. All right. Ronnie says, look how cute. It is really cute. Oh my goodness. I'm excited to do this one. So I'm going to show you the ribbons that I chose. Now this is the sign and I'm going to show you up close. Hopefully the glare isn't too bad because it's black. But it has purple kind of outlined at the letters, and it's very faint. So you can't see it too great in the sign. I'll just kind of go like this to see if you can see it in the glare at all. But so you got orange, you got black, and you have purples, right? Now I'm going to add lime green because the witch has what on her butt? She's got lime green on her butt, right? So I need to incorporate green also, or I don't have to, but I want to because I want it to flow and all have the same color pattern, right? So since the sign does not have the not mint green, good Lord, lime green, but the butt does, we're going to also use some lime green ribbon, okay? So I'm going to show you, you guys are talking and I love it, but I'm just going to keep showing you the ribbons, okay? So what I chose for this ribbon is I just got this at the conference that I was at last week. Might have been at the conference, might have been on their online store, I'm not sure. But this is the ribbon that I chose. It is a damask type of ribbon, and so it's glittered, raised damask. See that? It's really pretty. It's not double-sided, but that doesn't matter. This is still a middle grade ribbon. It's not too expensive, and it's not super cheap. So it has a really good ribbon. It's going to make a better bow. You have to realize that if you're going to make a very large bow that you want to stand up to time, you need a ribbon that has a good wire. Okay, when I first started out, that's what I didn't understand. A lot of the things like Dollar Tree, when you go and buy their ribbon, it is the thinnest ribbon that's used possible, which is why it does not hold its form and you can't get it to do what you want it to do. Lolly says, pretty ribbon. It is pretty ribbon. This is the 4-inch that's going to go at the back of the ribbon. So this is my bigger piece. And so it's a statement piece. And it is going to be covered up a little bit, but you'll see it because I'm going to make long tails in the bow. Okay. So this is the backing of the bow. The next piece, I want to bring in purple. So I chose purple sparkle. I love me some sparkle. You guys will get used to the fact that I am a very whimsical and over-the-top designer. So I love a lot of glitter and sparkle and pretties. So this is the purple that I got to go next to the next layer there. All right. Then I am undecided between these two. I need to add lime green somehow. And I have this one that has the witch hat and the spiders on it, so it matches my theme, right? The witches. Or I have this one that is also sparkly purple, has all of the colors except black. So it's got the orange, it's got the lime green, it has the purple. All right. I'm not sure which one I want to use, and I'll be honest with you, this is how I design. I don't know. Usually, sometimes I pick 10 ribbons out, and I actually just put it on as I make my bow and decide that decision as I go. That's part of being a designer, is I don't need to follow someone else. I'm learning how to put things together myself. So I'm trying to teach you guys how to put some ribbons together because I don't know if anyone knows that. Now, what I found at the conference was this awesome ribbon. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me get the pin out. Hold on, real quick. This, I didn't even know this when I bought it. Okay, the witch legs that I had at home, because I've had this one for a really long time, all right? The witch legs I had at home has this furry, fuzzy orange stuff. Look at the ribbon I found. It's an exact match. Look at that. Oh, that's going to be so fun. So this is going to be the topper on the top of the bow, the very top layer of the bow, because it's going to make those witch legs just like pop, all right? And then we're going to put, when I do the wreath, which I might consider doing the wreath on here every step. Like today I'm showing you the bow. Maybe Wednesday, I think I have a live Wednesday too. On Wednesday, maybe I'll show you the next step of the wreath. And so you can see the full process of the whole wreath in the next couple of lives. I don't know, we'll see. But this ribbon matches that really, really great. So that's the ribbons that I'm going to use. Now, the things that you're going to need if you're making a very large bow is something to secure it with when you get it all the layers together. I choose to use zip ties. Many people use floral wire. I cannot use floral wire, and I know a lot of people in here, you ladies have a lot of autoimmunes like I do, and I have rheumatoid arthritis, so I cannot hold a substantial bow in my hand and keep building and building and building. It's very, very difficult. So I use something called a bow maker. I don't know if anyone has seen this, but it's called the Deluxe Easy Bow Maker. All right, you can get it anywhere. So, hey, Cultivating Keepsakes. I think I said hi, but I'm not sure because I think it said you were watching earlier. Trying to keep up with those comments, but you know, creations by J&J. Hi, hon. Is it J&J? And I think you're Joyce. Hi, Joyce. I'm trying to learn all the names. Why can't you use both greens? What do you mean greens? Oh, both greens of the ribbon? I could. I absolutely could. For me, I tend to like to stick to 5 layers of ribbons. So if I did both greens, it would be 6 layers of ribbons, which makes the bow even bigger. And you have to be careful about the size of bows that you put on your wreaths because it can overpower or it can be underwhelming. So it's kind of a hard mix between the two. I choose a lot of my bows because I just have my own style now that I like to use 5 ribbons in a large bow. And then I use 4 ribbons in a small bow for different types of ribbons. So that's the only reason for that. There's no right or wrong when you make a bow. It is your bow. You make it what you want it to be. I think a lot of people get so stuck up on that. Like, I don't know what to choose. I don't know what to choose. One of the things I like to do is create as I go. I know the first layer. I typically always know the first layer. Mischief Manage. Hi, hon. How are you? Hi, the Treasure Trunk by Kimmy. Hi, Kimmy. Teaching a bow today for my wreathing bows. So I use zip ties to secure the bow tightly all together. A lot of people in my industry use floral wire. Cannot use it because of my RA. All right, that's a quick update. This is the Easy Bow Maker. This is how it's my hands for my bows, okay? That's essentially all it is. It helps me to hold the bow layer by layer, and then I can lift it all up at once and then create it, okay? What we need underneath, these are, make you seasick. These are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're actually right. Who said that? Let me go back and look. Someone just said you showed 4. You're right. I did show 4 because I wasn't sure if I was going to make the bow that big today because this is my first live on this channel and I am unsure how long it's going to take me to do this bow. So you are very correct. I am using 4. I might add it in. We'll see. We'll see as we go. That was a very good question, actually. It was creations. Look at me. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad with names, guys. So bad with games. Joyce, I think that was your name. So I hope I answered that question okay. Ronnie says, I use 5 also, 2.5 inch and 3 to 1. Yeah, I use all different kinds. Every single time I make a bow, I use different things in them to make them, more full or dainty or, there's all kinds of different ways that you can do it. Orchid and Lime. Hi, hon. Good morning. Popping in while I hurry to get ready for my live. Yes, she's after me, guys. So hopefully you jump on and watch her too. All right. Creations. Joyce. See, I'm going to get it by the end of this game. Joyce uses a bow maker too. All right. So this is really all I use. Zip ties. This is a Chanel stem. Pipe cleaner, if you want to call it a pipe cleaner. We get them online. They're very large. This is almost 2 foot. And this helps me attach my bow to my wreath at the end, and I'll show you how. All right. So we're going to start. Okay. I'm going to move my ribbons over here. Okay. So we're going to start with the 4-inch. All right. I tend to start cutting my dovetail. Cut it the right way. Cut my dovetail, and then hopefully you can see, here, I'll move back a little bit. Hopefully you can see my board okay. So I start, and I want to know how long I want to make my tail. Sometimes I don't make a long tail. Sometimes I make a very long tail. Sometimes I have to leave extra material to weave in and out of a design. So I leave a very, very long tail so that I can weave it in and out, and it looks what they call a roller coaster. All right. So for this one, I really think that because it's, I want it to be more feminine. I want a long bow. I want long tails. So that's just what's kind of in my brain. I just want something that's more feminine because it's a witch and more glam looking, right? So I'm actually going to do a long. This has measurements on it, if you can see it. I rarely use I use the measurements on it, but I don't use it as a standard every single time. I just do it how I feel. So that's kind of a hard thing to explain. But as you keep creating, you kind of just keep getting into your own rhythm of how you do things, right? Let's see. Create with Cindy. Hi, Create with Cindy. Good morning. She says, following. Oh, thank you, hun. All right. So I'm going to make a pretty long tail. And I think I'm going to actually do about, it's about 14 inches in length. I can guesstimate that now because I make them every day. So what I do is I put it on the table in front of me here. And then I pinch on the table to get my pinch. With a bow, a pinch is the most important thing. This is how much you want it pinched. See that? You need it pinched so that you can twist it. That is how you get your bows to go the right way. Okay? Twisting. Pinch, twist, twist. Okay? I put it on the table because I cannot pinch with my fingers because of my rheumatoid arthritis. So I have created a tail. All right? It's going to come on this side, and we're going to put it straight into the bow maker. But what I do is before I put it in my lovely bow maker, I'll show you. I take this part, because this is the pretty part. You see this? I want the pretty part to lay forward. So to be able to do that and have my loop come around forward, I have to take it and twist it. So the ugly side is now up. So you twist it and you put it in. Okay, now I just take my roll here, and yes, it's kind of a pain in the butt. Some people unroll it onto the floor. I don't do that. It hits my anxiety a little too much. I don't like the ribbon hitting the floor. So I have a tail that's hanging down, right? And I can't look at comments very much while I'm teaching, guys, okay? So now the ugly side is up on the bow maker. All right, now I'm going to measure out a tail. I want it to be pretty large. I'm doing 7 inches. That's how I'm measuring the tails the same size. So I come here, measure the 7 inches on my board. Okay, it's at 7 inches. I come to the middle, and I'm holding it there. Now I'm going to take this part, and I'm going to squeeze it on the table again for me. You can do it in your hand. You can do it in the bow maker. For me, it just seems to be an easier pattern, okay? Hi, Sandra. My friend Sandra just jumped on. Thank you for supporting me today, babe. And I hope you stay and support all the other crafters on here, too, because it's such a super group of crafters and women, and they're just so supportive and loving. All right, so it's going in the bow maker, and then I have the pretty side up, and what do? I twist, all right? Down. Now I have the ugly side on the other side. All right. Hopefully you can go back and watch this to make your own if you are. And there's my Shelby. Hi, Shelby, darling. She's like a daughter to me. She just jumped on too. They're supporting my first live. I so appreciate it. And I hope you stay and watch the others too, Shelby, in and out. She's got young twins at home though, so I'm not sure how much she can watch. She's a busy, busy girl. Everyone, twins and a 4-year-old. Yep. Yep. Okay, 7 inches. I'm going back to this side. See that? Now I'm getting a loop on this side. I measure 7 inches with my hand and I hold the ribbon there. Come back to the middle and I use the table. I'll show you with your hand. You can just place it in. Look, I can go straight into the bars like this, right? And then I could twist it in the bar, but for some reason my hands won't let me do that very easily. And it's extremely difficult sometimes. So I pull it down and put it on the table. Notice I kept my measurement with this hand, right? And then I pinch, 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 pinch on the table. There's my pinch, all right? Then I come up here and what do I have to do now? I have to make sure I twist it so that this has the ugly side up. See that? Pretty side, ugly side. All right, we don't want the ugly side to show, all right? We put it straight in. Now I have 2 big, beautiful loops. See that? I will keep pulling it up so that you can see it, okay? Now, actually, I didn't need to twist on this one. I'm trying to see if I want to do 4 loops. Let me think for just a second. Sometimes designing, you have to think clearly, and I can't talk and think clearly at the same time. I think I am going to do 4 loops. Okay, so we're going to come back with 1 more on this side. I'm going to make a really big bow, okay, so you can just see a voluptuous bow. All right, 7 inches again, so it's same loop on the other side, right? And I know there's comments flying, guys. I know you're there, and I'm sorry, but if I teach, I can't talk very much. So you guys talk amongst yourselves, but just let me teach a little bit, okay? So I've come back up, right, pretty side, and I need to twist that fabric and place inside, all right? Now, as I do that, I want to move my loops on my board, okay? I want to move my loops on my board so that they're already in a position. If I try to move them afterward, now see my 2 loops that are set up? If I try to move them afterward, it's very hard to move the fabric. That's why I like a bow maker also, because a bow maker really helps you keep your form on your bows. All right, now we're gonna do 1 more loop matching on the other side. So I take my ribbon back around, right, straighten it out, 7 inches on that side, and then I come back to the middle, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Remember, this is a 4-inch ribbon. It's a lot of squeezing for my hands. Okay, pretty side. Now, I would normally twist. I'm not going to twist on this one because I want the pretty pattern now. It's already facing the right way. See that? Pretty, pretty. It's already facing the correct way, so I want it to go down into the tail. So I'm not twisting that last one. That's the key, all right? I bring the fabric down, and then I take my pretty shears, and I make the tails match, all right? I dovetail, so I don't have to remember it later, because believe me, there's been plenty of times where I go to box up a project, and guess what? I didn't do the tails. Yeah, yep, that's happened before, okay? All right, so we get this in here. Now, if you look, I push it down. That's another key. You want to push it down so that those twists stay where they are, okay? Now, I'm moving the fabric the way I want it to sit, and I'm moving those tails. Those tails do not control me. I control those tails. That's what I say. It's kind of like my little tagline now. Don't let the tails control you. Don't let the ribbon control you. You control the ribbon. All right? Let's see. I know I've been missing some comments, but Crafty Creations, hi, by Gigi. I'm glad you're here. I am making a wreath bow today and trying to teach a new technique for you guys to do bigger bows if you want. And this is the thing, it doesn't have to go on a wreath, guys. How many places can you decorate in your home or even outside of your home that could just use a bow? You know, ribbon is pretty strong. If you buy quality ribbon, it holds up even in the weather outside for at least a season. So Why not in the South? So many mailboxes have bows all over them. It is a huge thing in Texas. It's not as much in the North. I don't know where any of you guys are from. You should tell me. You guys should start saying where you're from, what states you're from. So you guys can all see where each other are from too and follow each other and find each other. Anyway, I got distracted there. So my brain just went, whoop, we're going to do purple now. All right, on to the next one. We're going to do purple. Now, I have my pretty bow. Let me hold it up for you, okay? So we got two big loops on each side. Now I'm going to go in with the purple, and I am probably going to still do 2 on each side of the glitter purple, all right? And then this has long tails already hanging down. Isn't this gorgeous ribbon? It's just so pretty. I love it. It's going to really pop off of them. Oh, I see a New York. Let's see. Anybody else? No, I saw a New York. All right. Okay, well, on to the next one. I'm going to dovetail the end again. All right. You don't have to do the dovetailing till the end. I just seem to be a bit forgetful sometimes. And why can I not cut ribbon today? I am so nervous, guys. All right. That's a dovetail. You just fold it together, cut it at an angle, just cut it the right angle into the ribbon. All right. And then you get a lovely dovetail. And I don't dovetail everything. When a lot of the inch ribbons, I usually don't even dovetail. Now I want this tail to match the other tail. So we're going to come down, but I'm going to leave about 1 inch to 2 inches so I don't have to cut that off, and I'm saving that ribbon, right? We want to save our ribbon, save our cost. Florida! Do you know I'm from Florida? Hey. I live right outside of Disney. So where are you at in Florida, babe? Okay. So I measured it out, right? Measured it out. It's 1 inch or 2 shorter, so I don't have to waste ribbon. We're pinching, all right? Pinch and twist. Right? So this one, it does have the other side is not ugly, but it's iridescent. So this is kind of a double-sided ribbon. See that? Glitter on one side, and then it's iridescent on the other side. So it's really cool fabric. I got these at a really good price. So we're going to put this in there, and then we're going to twist it at the joint, right? Because I need my pretty side up, right? Now, we made the last one 7 inches. We're going to make these 6 inches. A little bit smaller each time we go. Okay, now my bow is getting thicker. I can't put it on the table very easily. I'm going to use my hand as a table. Pinch, 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 pinch. See that? Just easy for me. I don't know if it helps anybody, but easy for me. Okay, so turn. Cultivating Keepsakes jealous. I'm on my way. Come on over, babe. I got a big house. Okay, so 6 inches on the other side, pretty side up. And I use my hand as a table. Pinch, pinch, pinch. All right. Now what do? We want another loop, so we turn the fabric. Now this is a crunchy fabric, so you really gotta wrangle the baby around. All right, I need to stop scooting forward so you guys can see better. If you can't see, say something and I'll try to adjust. But on my hand, pinch, 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 pinch. All right, and then I'm gonna do 4 loops again. So we definitely turn it. That loop was shorter than it should have been. I can just tell by putting it in there because I make bows so much that I can kind of just guess now. So you can always hold them up together too if you don't think they match, to just see with your eye. All right. Okay. Coming around with my last loop. And on my last loop, when I have a tail, I don't want to twist the middle. I just want to pinch the middle. So I make my last bow, pinch in the middle, don't twist, push down, and that's my tail, and then the pretty side is now back up again, right? Okay, so that's the next one. Okay, let me dovetail real quick. I did see a couple more states. Let's see, Southeast Texas, cool. I live northwest of Tampa, so probably a couple of hours from you. Yep, we should connect. Absolutely, girl, absolutely. All right, I love Tampa too. We go there quite a bit. All right. So now I got 4 let's see, I remember that one. I have rheumatoid arthritis also, and constantly finding ways to save on finger pain. This is very helpful. I'm glad. I have to do this every time I make anything. I have begun to do smaller hand bows, because they're not these ginormous bows that I put on a wreath. Because sometimes if you're doing an arrangement, you want a soft petite bow, right? It just has a couple of loops here that comes in and out of your florals or this and that. With those, I can do hand bows now. And I'm building up a strength, but there's just no way I can do these large bows like this. So I'm glad it's helpful. I'm glad I came on and showed somebody something that they might be able to use in the future. That really means a lot to me. Thank you. The Treasure Trunk by Kimmy, Virginia. I don't know if I've ever been in Virginia. That might be one of the states I haven't been in. I've been in a lot of states, but I don't think I've been in Virginia. What area of Virginia? Not that I know a lot of Virginia, but maybe someone on here will know. All right, here is the next 2 layers. All right. Look at that glitter off of that. Look at my volume already. And I haven't even fluffed the baby. See how good that stands up? That's because she's got good wire in her, okay? So she ain't going to lay flat like that. She's going to do what you want her to. Oh, got to be careful that she doesn't come out. All right. Now, decision time. Am I going to do, you know what I could do? I'm going to do 5. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something a little funky. Because this is what you can do. Bows are what you make them. No one can tell you how to make a bow. That's what I've learned. There's so many tutorials out there. I just started fiddling, watching everybody I could, and figuring out my own what works for me. All right. And let's see. Lisa says Illinois. Cool. I used to live in Iowa, just so you know. Des Moines, Iowa. My husband's from Iowa. His whole family's from Iowa, like 5-generation farmer family from Iowa, Leon, Iowa. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use both of the lines. Remember we talked about that? I'm actually going to use both because you were right. Whoever said that, I think it might have been Terry. No, it might have been Joyce. I could be wrong. She's like, why aren't you using both? So I'm going to use both, and I'm going to show you how, because I'm not going to do 4 loops. I'm going to do 2 loops with this and 2 loops with this and kind of mix it up a little bit. All right. So we are going to do another tail on the other side. I'm starting on the other side this time. Sometimes I go one side, then I go the other side, but it doesn't really matter. There is no right or wrong when you're doing it. That's what I'm trying to get you to see. Don't be afraid to just make one. All right. Now I would practice on some crappy ribbon though, because you don't want to waste expensive ribbon. I practiced on Sam's ribbon. Sam's ribbon, Costco ribbon, great finds, ladies. I do not know if you know about them, but they did just raise their prices because, who hasn't raised their prices? But Sam's Club, I only have a membership for Sam's Club because of the ribbon. And Costco also sells great ribbon, and it is in 50-yard rolls, and it's only about $8 a roll. So 50 yards for $8 is extremely good price, and you can practice and practice and practice and not care if you're throwing money away, because it's not a lot of money to throw away. All right. Creations. Okay. Do you get ribbon from Deco Exchange? I have ordered from Deco Exchange. Honestly, I've ordered from every online store that there is at this point. I mean, I'm just starting to load everything up. So honestly, the online stores are really, really great. And you're not going to find a lot of these types of prints in the box stores. They sell a small limited supply, and they do not sell more than that. So if you want something funky, a little fun, try a different place. Okay. She says mine never has, Cultivating Keepsakes says mine never has ribbon. I'm sorry. I think you can buy it online. Double check online. I think you can order that ribbon online. The price at Costco, let's see, Creations by J&J, Joyce, says the price at Costco is reasonable like Sam's, but I don't think the wire is near as good. No, I agree. I agree with that. But that's why I just use it as practice ribbon a lot of the times, or as a filler ribbon where it doesn't really interfere with, like I'll use designer ribbon along with Sam's ribbon because that helps you with your cost of your bows. So you're not putting in so much designer ribbon. You'd never be able to sell anything if you were putting in all designer ribbon, unless you were famous and you're selling all your stuff for that, for that price, right? I'm not famous. So, oh, Bailey, hi, honey. Another one of my girls that's like a daughter to me just jumped on. That's so sweet, honey. I'm making a bow, and I hope you stay and watch the other crafters stay, because she's a crafter too, guys. She does crocheting, I believe. Is it crocheting or the other one? I get the two things mixed up, but I think it's crocheting. So we're going to do another ribbon. Okay, I'm jibber jabber away here. Okay, we're doing another ribbon, and I'm going to do about an inch shorter than the last one. All right. So it looks like it's about, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About 12 inches is what it is for this one. Okay, I'm coming up to the middle, and then I'm using my hand again as my table now, because even with the 1 inch ribbon, I have a hard time pinching. All right, so there's your pinch. Now we want our tail flat, but we want to twist with our other hand, right? Because this is the side we want to twist up. All right, twist up. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Now I take my ribbon around. Okay. Now we're going to do 7, 6, 5. We're going to do 5 inches on this one. Okay. I don't even measure it anymore. I just know what the loops look like. So you're not going to see me looking at a measuring thing on here. I just kind of know now because I have a lot of practice at it. Oh, my comments weren't rolling. Okay. Pumpkins, crafty creations, just stopping in to say hello. Hi, honey. Thanks for stopping in. Cultivating Keepsakes says, oh, I'll look. Good. Hopefully, I think they do sell them online. Yes, Bailey says she crochets. And then Cultivating Keepsakes says, love crocheting. She makes super cute stuff too. I bought some pumpkins from her this year. Okay. So we're going to do 5 inches, and I come up here. Now I'm going to twist. Okay. 1 inch. I can twist now. I don't always have to do it in my hand. I was wrong. All right. Okay. Twisted it up. Remember, you can go back and watch this slowly. I'm going to go a little bit faster now. Okay. Now I'm only going to do 2 5-inch loops across from each other. All right. Because remember, I am going to use the 2 different types of lime ribbon together. Okay. So we're only going to do 2 loops, and then I'm not turning or twisting because I want the tail to be seen. Right. So we come down, cut off our tail, put that to the side. Now I'll show you what I did here. I'll hold it up just a second. Let me get my ribbons all over here. Okay, so what I did, if you'll see, is I made them like diagonal, okay? And that's going to be so that they're not on, so that they have a little bit of whimsy here for the witch hat and here. You don't want witch up here and then the other one down here. For me, I don't like it. If you want it, you can do it. I have an issue with OCD. So I'm going this way. And then with my next set, it's going to go the 2 loops this way in the other. All right. Okay. Cultivating Keepsakes is saying hi to Mandy. Hi, Mandy. I must have missed you because I'm not sure who Mandy is yet, but I will figure it out, ladies. Orchid and Lime says, loving the bow tutorial, Karen. Thank you, honey. And my husband just jumped on to support me. I love you, my honey. Okay. So now we're going to come back in with this ribbon. Okay. This also has the purple sparkly and orange sparkly. See that? So the orange, the green is actually burlap. I don't know if you can see that. So the green portion of the ribbon is burlap material. And then the glittered purple, the glittered orange, and then the sides are also glittered, if you see that. Love this ribbon. Just gives it a lovely pop. Oh, yeah, I like that. Oh, and it makes it a little funky. I really, really like that. Okay, we're going to start on this side, I think. Let me look at it real quick. Yeah, I'm going to do it on this side. Okay, remember, I can just twist because it's a 1 inch, 7/8 inch. Those are easy. You just twist it with your finger. Okay, so pretty side is down, and then pretty side is up on this one. Okay, we put it in there. See how this bow maker is holding all of these ribbons. I keep moving forward, ladies. Okay, so bringing it up. Okay, over. Now these are 5 inch. Remember, bring it to the middle. I've got my loop, twist. Okay. Now coming down, 5-inch loop again. And I'm not twisting this one because we want the tail to be up. The material is already up the pretty side. See this? So when I put it in here, I just want to pinch, pinch, pinch. Oh, too long. Hold on. I got to talking and not measuring. Pinch, 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 right? There is my pinch, but I want to keep this side up as I push down, and I pull this material now as the tail down. Okay? I use my lap a lot to catch my ribbon. Cut it off. These ones on the 1-inch, if it's a 7/8 inch ribbon or a 1-inch ribbon, I tend to cut in a diagonal cut like this. I don't like to dovetail it for some reason. I just kind of think it looks sharper this way, but that is totally a personal taste, not a design, a design must. There's really no rules. So many people get caught up, and I'm sure they do with crafting too, with how to do everything exact because you want to learn. That's how I am. I want to learn it so that it stays in my brain. I don't learn unless my hands do the craft. So I don't know if any of you are that way. That's why I take classes and I learn from everyone I can. I'm in many design schools and I'm constantly trying to grow my skills so that I can help others for one, but also grow my own business in the way it is. I didn't realize I would like teaching as much as I do. Should have known. I do have a teaching degree, but I was never a teacher in school except a substitute for a little while because I was a stay-at-home mom. So I used all of those skills as a mom. And I've always known that I can teach, but this, I love teaching. So I hope that this is helpful to somebody out there today. And maybe you've never made a bow of your own, and this will help you be able to go back and look and make it. Because like I was saying before, you can put bows anywhere. On your stair railing. Okay, let me just go through my house real quick. Okay, we'll have a little lesson here. So if I'm upstairs, I have a vaulted ceiling upstairs that has a railing that goes all the way around. I could literally every season put a bow on every single post of that railing to decorate more. Your railing, if you have a stairs, you could always put bows on a railing that go up and down stairs. You can put bows on the corners of mirrors, on the corners of pictures that are hanging up to spruce them up and brighten up so you don't have to pull a picture down when it's, say, Halloween. You can just put a Halloween bow on the picture that you already have up. And that's a full decoration, right? Bows are very versatile. You can put them in wreaths. You can put them in arrangements. You can put them in your Christmas trees. I sell Christmas tree bows. Maybe I'll come on here and one day show you guys how to make a giant Christmas tree topper bow. You can do so much with a bow. Mailboxes, planters outside. You got any suggestions? Throw them in the comments, lady. Let's see them. Start flying them. Where do you think that you would put a bow that you didn't think of putting a bow before? All right. And so many creators out there, if you don't want to make your own bow, they sell bows. I sell bows on my store. I'm not trying to sell a bow. I'm just saying, if you don't want to make a bow, you can just buy a bow. If you do a different craft and you want a pretty bow for it, or you want a pretty bow for your home and you don't want to make it, find someone who does. There's so much out there. You guys create beautiful things. We create beautiful things. We should all support each other. Hey, Jen! Crooked Needle Primitive just jumped on. I love Jen so much. I found her a couple of months ago, and the other Jen. Sorry, I'm crying. You guys, I just love you. And I appreciate you jumping on and sending me into this group. It really means a lot. And there's my wreath bestie. Hi, Amber, baby. Sorry, guys, I'm crying. Whew, okay. It's my first live. If you guys don't know, it's my first time on here. So, not my first live, but it's my first live in the group. I have been going live on my own page, but it is a whole different beast going in live with a group. I was extremely nervous this morning, so I'm so glad so many of you have jumped on. It's just made my day, and I really love it. And I hope you go and support the rest of the crafters today because we are all in the same boat. and we are all trying to learn, and we are all trying to grow, and it's just so wonderful. And funny enough that Jen jumped on here today because I'm pretty sure I have a live Wednesday too. And I just purchased a poison apple from Jen, and she knows I haven't done anything with it yet, but I have been thinking, and I think I'm going to go on and I'm going to do an arrangement with the poison apple that I bought from her. So I thought that would be a fun thing to do in the group. I hope it is. Hi, Iris. There's another one of my friends that just joined the group. I really appreciate you guys jumping on and supporting me. Sorry, I'm crying. Okay, back to bows because I gotta stop crying, guys. I gotta stop crying. Okay. Thank you for all the hearts, guys. And then Jen says she can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. That apple, you guys, I know a lot of you follow her too, and you've seen her poison apples, but I could not resist. And this is the thing, I'm a wreath maker, but I found Jen and I love her stuff, and they are wreath attachments. So I bought the poison apples to just make an arrangement for my own personal home because I have a Disney home and I want to make it to where it's the poison apple for Snow White. So I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to be really, really great. Oh, Iris, she says lots of tears on the book club today. We're in a book club together in our business group. So that's really sweet. And then Sandra says, you're awesome and you're killing it. Thank you, Sandra. I appreciate it. Guys, stop making me cry. Oh my gosh. Okay, on to ribbon. Ribbon. Because I only have a few minutes left. All right. So this is that awesome fuzzy ribbon that I found. Okay, so those of you who have just jumped on, the wreath that I will be making this bow for, okay, is going to be a witch butt wreath. Okay, and this is my little witchy legs. See her little hairy legs here? I found ribbon that matches it exactly. So this is going to be the showstopper in the rest of the bow. Okay. So we're going to make this, and I think I'm going to do 2 loops. All right. Oh, this is the cutest. This makes it look like, I hate the word whimsical because I use it all the time, but I am a whimsical designer. So I love over the top, whimsical, far out there, like crazy designs. And this ribbon is all up my alley. It just brings a little bit of fun, like a Grinch wreath does sometimes, right? Okay, so we're coming in, all right, pretty side up, twist it to the ugly side, all right, putting it in. Let's finish this baby up. Okay, pull my ribbon over. I'm going to pull this back so you can see a little bit better. Sorry. So these are going to be, honestly, these ones are probably more 3.5 inches because I don't measure when I do it. You guys are flying comments, but I'm going to finish this bow real quick and I'll see if I can go back. Okay. So this is going to be more of like a 2.5, 3-inch loop. And then I'm just going to twist and put it down. Okay. I have been showing you guys this, so you can go back and look later if you're trying to learn, do it yourself. Same size, and honestly, I'm wondering if I want 2 or 1. I just want the 1. We're gonna do 1 loop on each side. I'm thinking that's looking is cute. Oh yes, that is exactly what I want. Oh, and see, sometimes you just don't know until you start making it, and that is what practice means. Sometimes you have to waste material. I did. I had to. Because of rheumatoid arthritis, I had to learn how my fingers would work for my business. And the bow maker is the one thing that I had to have. So many creators create with their hands, a bow, and I can't do that. But am I going to let that stop me? No, I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm going to find a tool to help me. And there are so many tools out there that can help you with your businesses and your crafting for fun, whatever you're doing, right? Okay. This is just so cute. I'm going to hold it up, okay, so you can see. All right. Here we come. That pop of orange on the top. What do we think? We got this beautiful damask back here. And then you see the purple. And then we got the two different limes, and then this orange one will sit in the middle of those two, right? Once I get it, it's not fully together yet, right? So what do we think? Now look at that. Do you even see the stick? Do you even see the stick? She's right here. See how thick that is? Look how thick that layer is. This is all very good ribbon. Think of this on a mailbox. Boom. Oh, on your coach lights. Some people don't call them coach lights. What are we talking about? Carriage lights on your house, your outside lights. Bows look so good on those outside lights. And you only have to leave it up for a season. Who cares if it gets rained on? Who cares if it gets snowed on? You just go out and you fluff it every now and then it's good to go, all right? Oh, my friend Stephanie just jumped on. Hi, Steph. She's my friend from college. We've been friends for, I don't want to admit how many years we've been friends, frankly. Because I'm feeling super, super old. All right, so now what I do, this is a very thick bow. It's very hard to pull out, okay? So, oh, I kicked my table. Sorry, guys. Oh, you're getting seasick over there. All right, so what I do is I take these hands here, okay, with my fingers. I pull. Notice I have this hand up here. Nothing's escaping. See this? This ribbon cannot go past my fingers, all right? So I take this from the bottom, all right, and I hold. See, look at this. Yes, it is me stretching. I have very large hands, but I pull it up to the top, and then I'm grabbing the whole bow. It's not going to escape my hands, all right? Come off. The whole bow is in my hand. Thumb is squeezing the top. Fingers are squeezing the bottom. See that? I have fully ahead of it, and I'm going to come with this hand, all right? I'm going to come between the tails, right? See this? Between the tails to hold at this middle point, right? Now I can switch hands. Ta-da! Holding it with my thumb, holding it with my whole hand. This allows me to have more leverage when I need to put the zip tie and the pipe cleaner in. Remember at the beginning, I use a very large pipe cleaner, Chanel stem, whatever you want to call them. I get these online. This is how I attach my bows to anything. A stair railing, a picture, a carriage light outside, a wreath, whatever you want. This is how you attach it. See this? I put it right here behind my fingers, up to the bow. Now I'm holding that. I take my zip tie. This is a large bow. I'm going to use a large zip tie. So this is probably a foot, okay? Probably 12 inches. Now, I come in here. I don't know if you can see this well. I come in here and I put it right between my hand under the bow. I just scoot it in, okay? Now, it's going to come out on this other side. See? I've looped it. See it right there? I'm going to put those two together. And it is what holds the Chanel stem and the bow completely together. All right, sorry guys, I'm not reading comments yet because I want to finish the bow. So I pull the zip tie, see that? But I'm still holding all this. I'm not letting go of this bow in any way. Now I bring the zip tie to the back and I pull. Pull with this hand, pull with this hand. Opposite direction, all right? Take my little cutter. I just clip that off. And look, it's completely together. It can't come apart. And it's tight as tight can be, which means you can make your loops now do what you want them to do. So I put it on the table and I start spreading it out. All right. And yes, I'm rough with my bows because I can be. I've zipped that sucker in so tight, those are not leaving. They're not going anywhere. So we separate, fluff, separate, fluff, separate, and fluff. Now I got to pull this. See, this ribbon's doing a dirty, but all I have to do is pull it down. Okay. Now this other side, fluff those. And then we got our cute little orange furry ones in the middle. All right, hold on just a second. Get it around. Let me fluff the back for you. Ah, see, arthritis. Don't always hold things very well, okay? Now I make the tails go straight down the way I want them. Ribbon is like when you were a kid with scissors. Run it through your hand. See this? See the curl? Watch. Okay, watch me wrinkle this ribbon. See that wrinkled? Oh my gosh, that ribbon's ruined. No, it's not. It's just like when you were a kid with scissors. You remember when you did that with ribbon? With scissors? Just take your hands, run it through. See that? Here's this one's a little bit. There we go. See that? Now they're perfect and beautiful. All right? That's how you make a bow, guys. Look at the cutie patootie. Now I could literally put this on anything I want. And this is the Chanel stem in the back. I take it, I twist it so that it's tight, doesn't come out of the zip tie. And then now I use this to attach to anything I want. Does that make sense? So there she is. She's the pretty bow. She's gonna go with the witch, little witch butt. Okay, and then the sign goes in the middle. For those of you who didn't see it earlier, this is the sign that's her body. It's going to go on the middle of a wreath. And then this is the hat. See here? So I've made all of those ribbons to match this, which is going to go in the middle of a big wreath. And then it's going to be, you know, stuff coming out. So big giant bow. Oh, Heather from Velvet and Vines just jumped on, guys. And she's someone who's a coach for me, and I thank you for supporting, babe. I appreciate it. I just took a workshop from her, and the stuff that I made was absolutely gorgeous. So I'm so happy I learned from her. Anyway, okay, so what do you guys think? This is the big, beautiful bow. I hope I taught you something today. You guys jumped on and supported me, and it honestly means everything. It really does. Okay, Donna Crafts. Hi, how are you, hun? I'm sorry I didn't do a lot of the comments today. I tried my best, but with this being my first one in the group, I was so scared. Oh, thanks for sharing me around. Heather, I really appreciate it. Amber, thanks for jumping on. Jen, I'm excited to do Wednesdays because I don't know fully what I'm doing yet for that poison apple, but I'm going to do something with that poison apple, and it's going to be cool. I think I have to go shopping, though, to find something to for the stand for it. Okay, guys. Let's see. I see your Heather sees my lasso wreath. Actually, I have a few minutes. I'm going to show everybody the lasso wreath. All right. This is what I just learned how to make, guys. In the class that I just took this last weekend. What do you think? This is an authentic Texas lasso that's been retired and sourced from a supplier in Texas. And this is a boho style design. Oh, I see a lot of hearts, babies. I see a lot of hearts. This is a boho style that I will have available in my store soon. But I just learned how to make this pretty baby. And I made other things with it too. Let me show you. They're not fully finished. That's why I haven't posted them, Heather. But this is the hat one that I made. And I still have to cover the bottom. But this is the hat that I made with the tropical greenery on the side so that it looked more of a tropical Western feel because there's a lot of horse ranches in Texas. So that's one of them. And then, I don't know where I put the other one. Oh, it's right there. Hold on just a sec. Because I love the boot. Then there's a moss-covered boot, guys. Look, here's the moss-covered boot. What do you think? I put my own greenery in this one, a little bit different, so that this came down and looked like it was kind of like hair. I don't know why, but I just love the hanging parts of it. So this is what I learned how to make. This is how I'm trying to grow my skills, guys. Ladies, gentlemen, whoever's on here, all right? So let me put this down real quick. Okay, so up after me today in the group is Orchid and Lime Design by Terry. And then it's going to be Lisa's Crafting Closet at noon. Then we're going to have Creations by Jan J. Joyce, who I'm going to learn that name after today. And then Handmade by Rosalinda's at 2. 3 is Cultivating Keepsakes by Eden. 4 is The Treasure Trunk by Kimmy. 5 is Ronnie's Chaotic Crafts. 6 is Teresa L. Creations. 7 is The Tattered Willows LLC by Lisa. And 8 is Lace and Rustic Charm by Amanda. Our host, again, is Lolly's Crafty Designs. Thank you, Lolly, for inviting me into this group. I really, really appreciate it. And it's just going to be a good place for me to grow. And I really hope you guys learned something from me today, because I'm really trying to grow as a teacher too. And I know I'm new. Some of you guys don't know, but I've only been creating for 7 months, and I've only had a store for 4 months. So I am learning every single day. I'm taking classes. I'm taking business classes. I am very excited for this journey, and I'm glad that you guys are a part of it. So I really appreciate it. And there's 2 minutes left, so I know that Ollie's probably getting Orchid and Lime Design ready to go up next on the page. If you guys are watching me on my page, you can always go into Lolly's group. It's Lolly's Crafty Friends VIP event. It is a private group, but you can just apply to get into the group and be a watcher or a creator in it, to like show your designs and stuff. So go and join the group. It's a wonderful group of ladies, and they've just been so loving and caring since I've joined the group just a couple of weeks ago. And it's just a wonderful place to be. I really appreciate all of you guys being here. Iris. Hi, Donna's Crafts. How are you? Lisa's Crafting Closet. There's no crying and crafting. Well, I am very sorry, but you're going to get used to seeing me cry, because as most of my friends know, it's all I do now. It's cry. But it's good crying. It's very good crying. I'm happy. I'm content. And I have found the thing in my life that I love. And I want to keep doing it so badly. Sorry, see, crying again. Heather says, I'm putting in the work and I'm destined for success. And that means a lot, Heather. All right, guys, I am signing off. Hopefully you jump on Wednesday. I will be on Wednesday too, but I honestly don't even remember what time right now. I will post it on my page. All right. Love to all of you. All right. Bye.